Man, getting old is weird, isn't it? Just coming there.
So weird.
Wait, you're having that?
Yeah.
Welcome to the view.
I thought it was
think
just women.
Sorry, guys. I think I'm having like a thing. I think I'm going to quit this job and just walk out. Thank you for stopping by. Welcome to our little studio. I'll just ask you some questions about your film. I wanted to get started by asking Ilana, just very basically, kind of how did this idea come about, and what inspired you to get rolling on it?
So I got rolling on this idea with my co-producers Susie Fox and Josh Rabinowitz. Susie Fox had this sort of broad stroke vision of this movie where me and my best friend have young kids and our friendship struggles from it. So Susie and Josh and I threw all our ideas down, and what we found ourselves being drawn to was looking at, we had, the comedy, the horniness of pregnancy, the absurdity of giving birth and not having everybody talk about it all the time. How hard it is to have a baby, but then how unbelievably challenging it is to have a toddler. Like, babies are easy. And, we're cracking up as we're brainstorming, but we found ourselves really drawn to the story of how friendships change through your change in your adult life, through becoming parents. And that was really our guidepost.
Pamela, what was it like? This is your first feature directing work, correct? What was it like? How did it differ from Better Things in TV? And what was it like, I guess, wrangling these two?
I didn't feel that there was much difference. You get a finite amount of time that you've got to get all your material in. And I know that we had an incredible crew who was like really dedicated. They loved the story that we were telling. And it was just kind of magically set in this very like New York-y world, and it's that kind of story. For me, telling the story of a romance between two best friends, which really a friendship is a relationship, and holding on to that and not wanting that to change, and how you can't help it. Things just change. You just, right. I'm going to go in this direction because, this is going to be my tribe, and somebody else is like, well, wait, take me with you. And being able to come across that organically, and like kind of like the violence of life changing rituals that you can't help. And I think that's where everything is funny, when things get really dark and things get really like hairy, and you walk the hairy edge of like what is like appropriate and not appropriate, and the play that you were able to do with all of that. So that's why it's comfortably in a world that I love to explore.
And ultimately working with powerhouse women who are truth seekers and have a crazy, amazing work ethic, it's always going to be hilarious and relatable. We were just talking to someone that works here who's a 32-year-old semi-single guy, has a girlfriend, no ring. He watched the movie. He loved it. Like everybody will see themselves, because you understand whether you have a kid, whether you're on the other side and your friend's having a kid, it's just all about adulting and being real with where you're at.
Man, getting old is weird, isn't it? Just coming there.
So weird.
Wait, you're having that?
Yeah.
Welcome to the view.
I thought it was
think
just women.
Sorry, guys. I think I'm having like a thing. I think I'm going to quit this job and just walk out. Like, Michelle and Ilana, like, what was it like? Did you draw from your own lives in trying to capture that weird sensation of maturing and how you deal with your friend? It's weird to watch your friends get older, like that sort of thing.
Yeah, it felt like we were like living the life and then acting about it. I remember in the trailer one morning, I think your babysitter or your husband sent you a video of your daughter doing the cutest thing, and you're taking time away, precious time away from your children to, go live your dream and talk about having children.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
You're reminding me. My daughter took her first steps, but I was with you two.
That's right.
Yes,
and I was with these two.
And I had a friend that told me, because I missed it too, and she said it doesn't matter until you see it. Like, that's when the first time it's happened.
That's right, and you told me that. And
Yes.
and it felt so good, and I was like, you're right, I'm the center.
Yeah.
That's so funny because
That's
I
right.
was shooting a pilot when my first daughter took her first steps. That's really crazy. We are all bad moms.
No, but on the other hand, honestly, being together, it felt like, perhaps I always feel this way because I didn't grow up with a mom working in the same way that I do, that like I have to believe that my kid's going to get skills from this and my absence. They actually, maybe it was because I wasn't there that she was able to take those first steps unwitnessed.
Yeah.
I mean, the greatest thing is you have something to show your kids.
Yeah.
And you look back and I always say it's so important for women, especially women, to model a work ethic and success and moving forward, because really you were gone for 5 minutes to her making this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, what does Nicole Kidman do? Does she ever go home? Is that a controversial statement?
No, but I really miss her hair curly. It used to be curly, now it's straight. That's all I'm
I know, I
saying.
loved it. But it was really like so therapeutic, and not like therapy where it's like, it feels really good. It was like really good work, internal work I felt I did making this movie with you two, and to hear we're at different stages of our parenting and to hear and share specifics that we're embarrassed about, struggling with, proud of it really definitely fed the performance and the way that we held our space together.
Oh, I will say something about Brian, who was one of our producers with Film Nation, Solberg. She literally was like, don't share this with anybody, and she sent me the video of her giving birth standing up.
Yep. Because we were considering filming
Like a
something
disappearing video. I don't have it. I can't show you. Stop asking.
like that. Stop it, Den of Geek.
My eyes light up.
Yikes!
And actually, Brian's child is the same age as mine. We both missed our children's first steps together.
More
Wow.
bad moms.
Yeah.
Should have been the name of the movie. Just kidding.
They're like the toys in Toy Story. They're always walking and talking when you're not there.
Yeah.
Switching tones as violently as possible here.
Nice.
I've had on good authority that like there's a lot of great physical comedy in this movie, and it feels like almost like pregnancy itself is a strange, untapped cinematic source for comedy.
Ding, ding, dog.
I'm glad you feel the same way. What was it like playing around with that, both in the writing and the performing?
I mean, when I was writing this movie with Josh, I wanted to make a movie about having a child in a way the world had never seen before from a woman. It's the funniest thing. It's so physical. It is slapstick. Not just the pregnancy, not just the birth. Getting down on your knees, dealing with poop. Suddenly, I'm in scat world. Like I just hadn't been so up in it. It's the hard comedy of being a woman. Not only the shit we go through, but the things that we are proud of is such an untapped. Lucky for us, such an untapped world of true big hard comedy that I'm like. Yeah, we're here. We'll be telling those stories.
It's a lot of like, you're walking through and you're like, oh, don't mind this. And like things are spurting out of you or you're growing in different ways. And you're just like, keep your eyes up here. We're taking care of this. And that's like a thing that women have to endure.
Yeah, I mean, it was a challenge for me because my body wasn't able to carry, so I had a surrogate. So I was like, this is an amazing gift that I get to play and just appreciate not only my surrogate, all surrogates, and any woman that grows another body or bodies inside their body. And so like even as a woman, I'm like, I don't know what this is, but I know it's hard. And so a lot of times I was like, is this too far? Am I going too high? Is this too loud? And they're like, no, bitch. Like, it's far worse. And so, not only is it fascinating, not only is it important, not only is it hilarious, but, I think people should walk away definitely appreciating what women have to go through.
And we have hard comedy moments that only we could tell. Michelle is crawling on the floor in labor because second kids come out quicker than the first. That's a true story.
Yeah.
That's a friend of Susie's, a true story, crawling through the lobby of the hospital. I drew from personal experience from experiencing violent horniness during my pregnancy and finding produce attractive. I also belched like Homer Simpson in this movie. It's slapstick as hell.
Well, I can't believe we have to stop, but it's done. It's all
Oh
over.
my
I
goodness.
know.
Well, thank you,
Thanks,
you
Alex.
geeks.
Thank you.
You sweet
Thanks so much for
Can't
your
geeks.
believe
time
it
today.
either.